What is going on, everyone? Welcome into Big Time Football Talk. So, big news I want to announce before I get to the show. I'm going to launch BP Scouting. This is going to be 24/7 news of draft talk. It's going to be draft rankings for this upcoming draft, 2002 draft and 2023 draft. It's going to have the best prospect rankings, I can assure you, and it's no bias. I'm going to watch tape on these guys, give my evaluation, grade players, rank these players, by position overall, have mock drafts in there, and it's going to be the best rankings. I promise, non-biased crap, none of what the media are saying, none of these people that just go with, Mel Kiper's rankings and they try to twist it a little bit. It's going to be, full in. I'm going to get social media accounts to it, and it's going to be BP Scouting is the name, so I'll link that website as it fully gets launched. It's underway now. So let's get straight to it. So another big weekend of NFL and college football, and college football looking a little top heavy. Georgia and Alabama separated themselves from the rest of college football. Penn State and Iowa been very solid. I think that'll be a tremendous game this upcoming Saturday when Penn State and Iowa meet. I think that'll be a good football game. I'm not sure who I think is going to win. I think Penn State is likely the better team, but I'm not going to make a prediction as of yet. I think Iowa's a very solid team. I think Penn State's a very solid team. That win over Auburn was impressive, even though it was at home and at a night game. And Auburn, that's a very talented football team, well coached with Brian Harsin. They just got a win over LSU Saturday. So, the Big Ten is looking pretty well, except for Wisconsin. Michigan played some really good football, getting the win over Wisconsin. Michigan State won again over Western Kentucky, but they did it in blowout fashion. They took care of them the way they should. Ohio State beat Rutgers and handled them pretty well. Travion Henderson's really shining at the running back position. And, it looks like Ohio State are making some of the necessary changes they need to on the defensive side of the ball. The Kerry Combs defensive coordinator no longer calling the defensive plays. And, the Big Ten looking pretty solid. And, Iowa was big over Maryland on Friday night. And, the big upsets for Oregon and Stanford. And, Oregon to me, I thought this is a good football team. And, I did the preview on them before the season. I thought they were going to be a pretty good football team. Still have a chance to win the Pac-12 and still have a chance to, accomplish a lot of their goals. The playoff and a national championship to go along with it is not looking as likely, but they haven't been super consistent and really wowing you offensively. Anthony Brown is their offense stalls at times. They weren't very impressive against a very poor Arizona team. Let's be honest with ourselves that it's a bad team that they really should have taken care of. The score was not really indicative of how close that game was. Arizona really hung around and they stopped Oregon for most of the game offensively. They had a few plays that led to, a few, scores that kind of inflated the score. So, Oregon not looking like the world beaters, the number 3 team in the country, like we saw against Ohio State. I think a lot of things came in place.